Hey guys, so this video is going to be focusing on my top picks from 2016. There is no particular order, and the way that I've chosen these bots is based more on my experience in gold tier play. So these are the bots that I would personally use in gold tier because I find them very effective. First up, we have the Galahad. I've actually highlighted the Plasma Galahad in particular, so we're going to be seeing a couple of clips now highlighting the Plasma Galahad in a game. As you can see right now, I'm kind of taking on a Plasma Griffin. It's great at taking on Plasma Griffins because the shield on the Galahad can absorb 200,000 worth of damage, which is that's amazing. It's almost equivalent to that of a Rhino. The maneuverability and speed of the Galahad is top notch. There have been reports that there may have been a slight nerf to the speed of the Galahad. I'm not sure if that is true, but even if it is, this bot still performs really well in gold tier. Very effective at taking on other plasma builds. Splash damage, however, you do have to be careful and make sure that you keep your distance, and more often than not, if the other person is running a lot of rockets, make sure that your shield is down. So you're going to be able to see how I'm able to avoid rockets by having my shield down. Right now in the following clip, there is a dead Button Griffin firing their Orkans and Pinatas at me. Because I had my shield down, it increased the speed of the Galahad, so I was able to move back and avoid a lot of those rockets. I'm now able to kind of move across the field, helping my teammates on the left side. When I saw plasma being fired at me, I immediately put my shield up so that I could engage. But as you can see right now, I'm moving across center on Shenzhen, taking the beacon before moving to my left to support my teammates. So as you can see, just that kind of movement around the battlefield is sort of an example of just how powerful this bot is. Next on my list we have the Griffin. There's a couple of reasons why I've chosen the Griffin. I've witnessed the Griffin sort of evolve since it was first introduced into the game. Since then, it has received a bit of a speed buff, and on top of that, the introduction of Powerplant map has actually made the Griffin stronger because it tends to excel more on covered maps because of its jump. Aside from that, being that it is a silver bot makes it extremely affordable. So if, for those of you that don't have much silver, or you don't know what bot to get, the Griffin I would consider. So anyways, getting down to some of the stronger builds. Right now, I'm going to be showing sort of a montage of clips using the Griffin Death Button. So a Death Button is a Griffin equipped with Orkans and Pinatas. In the following clip on Shenzhen map, I sort of jumped over the ledge here and I fired all my rockets at a Galahad, even though they had their shield up. As you can see, if the Galahad has its shield up, it can't stop rockets, and Orkans and Pinatas are rockets. The same applies to the Rhino. So the Rhino that was kind of going after me here, maybe it wasn't the smartest move, but then again, you never know when you're in a game. In this next clip, you can see there's a Griffin jumping. I believe they had plasma. There's another Griffin to the left of them, but as you can see, just these two players in gold tier, both of them running Griffins, just goes to show you, how powerful this bot is and how some players are starting to utilize a little bit more. That's why we're seeing an increase in the use of Griffins. Next up, I'm going to be focusing on the Griffin with Taran Magnums, or otherwise known as the Plasma Griffin. So the Plasma Griffin can do a ton of damage in a very short period of time, so I'm going to give a demonstration of that. So as you can see, there are two Fury Tridents here. I got within 350 meters. I started taking out one soon after he had fired. Keep in mind that the reload time of a Trident is 10 seconds, so once I took him out, I was able to take out his his teammate as well, who was also in a Fury Trident. I mean, he turned towards me, but in the time that it took him to actually start firing at me, the damage had already been done and he was taken out too. Next up, we have the Russian Death Button. So the Russian Death Button is a Griffin equipped with Tulumbas and CRV Pins. For those of you, once again, who don't have gold, don't have workshop points, but you have a lot of silver to spare, you can get the Griffin with CRV Pins and Tulumbas. Everything is silver. This bot is very, very deadly from 500 meters, especially with all that splash damage. And for those of you that are wondering why is it called the Russian Death Button, the reason why is because if you've ever played on the Russian server, you will notice that a lot of the Russian players run this build. Some of them actually ran two of them in their hangar, and they wouldn't be doing that if it didn't do a lot of damage. The last bot on my list of my top 3 picks for 2016 is the Fury. The Fury tends to be very map dependent, but for the past year, for 2016, the Fury has dominated, especially the Fury Trident. So if we're going to take a look at a clip now where I'm running the Fury Trident, I'm actually teamed up with another player who's also running the Fury Trident. The reason why the Fury Trident is so deadly is because it's very effective at taking down Rhinos and Lancelots. Anything with a physical shield, they can't block Tridents. Tridents also have the widest splash damage radius in the game. So if there were 2 Lancelots or 2 Rhinos next to each other, you would actually be hitting both of them instead of just one. And there's nothing they can do about it. So that's why the Fury Trident is just so deadly. The next build for the Fury may surprise some of you, and that's the Fury KWK build. So with this one, I know some players are saying, well, why didn't you pick the Trebuchet? And there's actually a number of reasons why. The reason why is because with Trebuchets, your Trebuchets light up. So my opponents will actually know if I'm running Trebs because of the way that it lights up. But with the KWK, it doesn't light up. So you're actually kind of going into stealth mode because you could potentially be running Tridents. But, when they get within that 1100 meter range, that's when they get hit. As you can see in this clip, I was firing at a Fury Trident, and by the time that they got to the other side of the platform, they were almost dead. There's a number of reasons for that. The reload time of the KWK is 9 seconds. It's actually always been 9 seconds, but recently the developers actually gave the KWK a bit of a buff, so the velocity of the shell actually fires quicker than it used to be. So in, I guess, a period of 1 minute, KWKs do more damage than a Trebuchet would. So that's a reason why I have it, featured as one of the, or at least one of my top builds for the Fury for 2016. If you had to pick your top 3 or top 5 robots from 2016, maybe leave your answers in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Until the next video, I will catch you guys later.